Welcome back to Mud Lake Ranch. Today we're here to talk to you about concealed carry holsters. I'm fairly new to concealed carry. I got my permit about a year ago in December, and since then I've used a number of different holsters from inside the waistband to pocket carry, and I found that I prefer to carry in my pocket, but some of the holsters out there aren't as inconspicuous, and some of them don't provide protection for the trigger guard that I would think is adequate. So I reached out to Alien Gear, and they sent me this is their ShapeShift pocket holster. What I like about it so far is it has a trigger guard here that locks in, and you can control the tension on this. We're using a key that is on one end of your twist locks. So your twist lock is here. And when we get into the rest of the ShapeShift shells and the configurations that you can do, you'll realize where else these are used. But this, you twist half a turn, pull it off, and then you're able to adjust your tension using this little square knob here. And if this ever does loosen up, you can tighten that up with it. But I've only experienced that once, and that's carrying every day with this same holster for over 6 months now. So what's unique about it is it provides a tension grip that is locked on, protecting your trigger. And when you pull it out of your pocket, catches on your pocket, freeing your firearm for you to use. So it could be a hoodie pocket or your jeans. So that's the purpose of this hook, as well as to help keep it positioned upright and conceal some of the silhouette of the firearm when you're carrying in your pocket. So anyway, prior to carrying using the Alien Gear holster, I started out with a sticky brand holster that I used it for pocket carry. These apparently can be used in your waistband as well, but I was not comfortable with my firearm inside my waistband with no clip to retain it. This relies on friction from the sticky side of your holster against your skin and pressure from the belt to hold it in place. And also wasn't too keen on the ability for the firearm to slide out and leave the trigger possibly exposed in the pocket. But it is a nice holster for the money because they're cheap. They're affordable and useful, but not as secure in my opinion. So with the Alien Gear holsters, I have a couple of configurations here to show you. Here I'm wearing the Alien Gear drop leg holster. I'll use this at the range. It does have a trigger mechanism that locks the firearm in place. Push with your thumb, retains it. Also, just like the pocket holster, it has positive tension that protects your trigger while it's not in use. I planned to use this while hunting. I did not yet this year. Hunting season actually just finished up in New York State for a majority of us. But I thought this would make a good range configuration for when we're shooting at our home range and for hunting, to give me easy access to my sidearm when I'm walking. One other unique thing about this is there's a button here so you can remove the firearm, or you can reposition it so you could have it at different angles in your holster. Should you be sitting in a vehicle or in your tree stand or something, you could reposition. And this will work with their paddle holster, which I don't have, but the paddle holster is another configuration for outside the waistband. One of the cool features of the Alien Gear ShapeShift is that they are modular. So this configuration that I showed you here that was attached to the drop leg holster and can also be used as a paddle holster on your outside the waistband carry with a belt, also can be manipulated to work with inside the waistband carry using half of this shell, a couple of quick twists with the twist locks, and attaching it to this. So to do that, we're gonna remove the firearm from the holster. It is clear. You're going to remove this twist lock, turn it half turn, remove this twist lock, moving it half turn, and taking it, and then remove half the shell by pulling it straight down. And you're gonna set aside the back side of the shell. You won't be needing it for use with the inside the waistband. You're gonna grab your trigger guard half. You'll want to keep any extra parts that come with any of the components that you get with Alien Gear, so that if you decide to expand, or if you missing parts, whatever, you'll be able to find them. So all of the components slide together. Like this one right here has these grooves, this and this, that slide into these, locks on like such, and then you're going to take one of your twist locks here to lock this in place, and then on this here you're going to remove, have a twist lock on it. Normally it doesn't have it on there. Remove the twist lock off here, slide off this locking plate. This is what will retain this is what will retain your half shell. Slide that off. All right, so on this inside the waistband holster piece, this side is up. You will guide these two in. You will slide your lock back on, and then you'll apply another twist lock, or you put the twist lock back on to secure that in place. And now you have an inside the waistband holster. This is a BP9 SK from HK. I have the first time installing this, so I have to adjust the trigger tension on this to make sure it works with it. I'll do that right now. So, all right, so to adjust your tension, you're going to remove your twist lock from here, and you are going to turn this clockwise to tighten. I had to do about 4 turns to get as tight as I wanted. Some of you might want a smoother, quicker release. But now that the tension has been increased, the firearm does not fall out if you turn it upside down. So it's got some positive resistance there to keep it from slopping around. Some of you might want it just to be loose, but I prefer it to be secure and not flopping, and have to have a decent amount of force to remove it so it doesn't come out accidentally should you fall or something stupid like that. Put your twist lock back on to keep your shells from falling apart or separating. Then you're good to go, ready to install it. All right, so there's a look at it when it's on. I'm a hefty dude right now, so firearm's concealed. It's actually really comfortable. All right, in closing, I'm wearing the Alien Gear inside the waistband holster now. Seated position, I'm a hefty dude. It's actually comfortable. And still gonna pocket carry because it's just way more comfortable for me with the SIG P365. I don't have an inside the waistband holster from Alien Gear for the 365. They sent me this one, and I purchased all of the others after I liked this one. So one key feature of these belt hooks is that they wrap around. So if you were to pull the firearm, you're not going to pull the holster out of your belt. It's actually somewhat difficult to actually remove this from your waistband. And they do come in different, I think a couple different belt sizes. So you have to pull out of them to get your belt through, or actually feed your belt through the loops, and then obviously you have to feed it over your pants. But yeah, it's definitely secure. You're not going to be able to pull the holster out of your waistband unless you deliberately are trying to get it out. All right, thanks for stopping by. If you get a chance, check out Alien Gear Holsters. I'll leave a link in the description below. I do not receive any affiliate funding for this, and I don't have a discount code or anything like that for you, so maybe someday, but right now I'm just doing these basically for fun. So if you like this video or found this information useful, be sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Thank you for stopping by. I'm Jared, and this is Mud Lake Ranch.